How's everyone doing? G the Green Trader, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, it's a new day, and you know what that means. New day, new opportunity. Got a couple stocks here on the scan. Market seems to be heating up after yesterday. Seems like after that big move on MLGO, looks like traders are waiting for the next one. The next one that's going to make a big move. So what happened yesterday happened yesterday. Today is a completely different day. Likely new stocks that are going to be popping up. Maybe we see MLGO again. However, let's take a look, see if anything happened here. It doesn't look like any offerings or anything. So potentially could still be in play. You'd have to reclaim this VWAP level and squeeze over these previous levels. Around 950. Then up here at, is that 1150? And then all the way up at 15 bucks. It's possible. We've seen crazier moves, so it's definitely possible. Definitely keep it on the side chart. But there's a bunch of other stocks here popping up that could potentially take center stage today. Good morning and good luck today from Drew. Yes, good morning and good luck to you. I smell the green, Chad. Chad, I smell the green too. Peter, good morning. Good morning, TT from Swayze 99. What's up from King Hargrave. ASNS, similar chart to MLGO, chart pattern. Yeah, we can take a look at that. I know ASNS is the leading gapper today, up 800%. Up 800% overnight. ASNS, absolutely crazy. The only difference so far I can already tell before even looking at the chart, just by looking at the scan, ASNS is already up 800%. That's the only difference between MLGO and ASNS. MLGO pre-market was only up, I think, was it 300%? Let's see here, 200%. So it was up only 200% pre-market versus ASNS is up 800%. So there's quite a bit of a difference there. However, chart pattern wise, let's see. Slightly different because we did reclaim near highs here on MLGO versus ASNS. Shorts have a little bit of a cushion here from the high. They have about $2.15 or so till you get to the pre-market high versus MLGO, what's up a lot less. It was only up 200%, and it was already reclaiming previous highs and has shorts underwater here versus ASNS. Any shorts that are in, they're likely currently either break even or in small profit, unless they're holding from back here, which is possible. You know, maybe they got squeezed out, maybe they get into a position on the first bounce. But yeah, they're currently in the green versus MLGO pre-market. They were break even or red coming into the open. So maybe on ASNS, it's already up 800%. I'm not sure how much higher it's going to go. Obviously, it can go as high as it wants. It can definitely go as high as it wants. But I'm not sure if the bulls are going to jump on this since it's already up 800%. Are the shorts going to get control of this at the open? Those are the questions we got to ask. What a powerhouse stock. ASNS was up, yeah, crazy. It's up 1,200% at pre-market. 1,200%, that's crazy. Insanity. So what else do we have here? We have ASNS. We could take a look at the news catalyst. Why is this thing up 1,200% at the high? Let's see here. At Acdelis Networks, which is the company, trading higher, the company announced orders for cyber hardened network technology to be deployed at 3 U.S. military bases. That's a pretty decent catalyst. So I can see why it's up. But are we going to get continuation from here is the question. Are we going to get continuation from an 800% move up pre-market? Is this going to go another 100, 200, 300%, 400%? That is the question. Or is the high in? Is the high 639? One thing is for sure is the halt bands are going to be tight since we did close under 75 cents yesterday. That's another thing that will come into play today on ASNS. Halt bands will be tight. ASNS, low float. Let's take a look exactly what we got here for the float. $3 million share float. Okay, so 3 million share float, tight halt bands. Definitely going to be risky for sure. Catching a dip into a halt down, definitely going to be an apparent risk on this one. XTIA. Let's take a look. XTIA is up. Popping up here pre-market before the open. XTIA. Let's take a look here at the float. Popping up from 88 cents, already up to 263. It's not on my scan, I'm not sure why. 8 million share float. So nice low float. Do we have news? XTIA Aerospace announces the Mesa Air Group, purchaser of a previously disclosed conditional purchase order of XTI Aircraft Company. If all conditions are met and orders fully exercised, could represent up to $1 billion revenue. That's big. That is big. So this one could be the one. We did close over 75 cents, so the halt bands will be a little bit wider than ASNS. Maybe, and it's early in the move potentially, so ASNS could be the winner. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but from my perspective, maybe this could be the one emerging to be the center stage of attention today. Pretty decent volume, 400, 500,000. So we'll definitely turn about 2 to 3 million per 1 minute candle at the open, which is good. On the higher time frames, wow, this thing just keeps going, man. This thing just keeps going. Wow. Are we going to bust through $3 here? $3. 301. Oh, we couldn't hold 3. Is this the first red candle about to come? Is the first red candle about to come next? We didn't bust through 3 strong, so we could pull back here. 8 seconds till the next 1 minute candle. I'm expecting a retest down here. Wow, man. The market's definitely hot. I want to definitely adjust my expectations. Back over $3. It's good to see. The 200 EMA on the daily on XTIA is $2.87. We already broke through that, no problem. So next level will be $4. Next level is $4. We did have this did IPO back in March. Maybe we get up to we get up to IPO levels. But we do have levels here at 4 and 5 and then 639. So looks like we did get that first red candle. This should be the first significant 1 minute pullback. Previously we had, micro pullbacks, but this would be the first 1 minute pullback. Hopefully we can consolidate. I'd like to see a consolidation before the open. I don't want it to be too extended coming into the open because there may be the equal opposite kind of slingshot reaction to the downside if it comes into the open too extended. I'd like to see a nice consolidation, find some support, and then see something at the open. But market's definitely heating up. My dash trader's working, so right back to my normal system. I think today is definitely a potential, but gotta stay zoned in. Definitely have to stay zoned in. Nothing is ever guaranteed in the market. Even a hot day like yesterday, MLGO, even a hot day, sometimes it doesn't pan out. So, just because it's a hot market, the risk is still there. The risk is bigger. A lot of times the risk is bigger. Everything is to the extreme. The winners are bigger, but the losers are also bigger. So maybe, you're not taking, or you're taking more risk than you think that you're taking in a hot market. So you got to be ready for that. And you got to be willing to stomach any big losses and be able to bounce back. So MLGO, we had XTAI, ASNS. Next one, MITQ. This one I did look at slightly, briefly. I knows it has a catalyst. So it looks like the company was awarded a multi-million-dollar contract. A multi-million-dollar contract was another pretty decent catalyst. Moving image technology bags, another multi-million-dollar contract for Alamo Drafthouse Cinema in Indianapolis. So contract news for a multi-million-dollar contract. Didn't seem too strong at the highs. We didn't really hold too well. We did break out, topping tail. We broke out again, and we just couldn't pull away. Now we're having a consolidation period, but we're up 81%. So this one is possible as well. So I'll keep this one on watch if we decide to make a decent move. But this one, is that what, 120, 164 topped out at? 164. So yeah, coming into previous levels, I can see why we were getting some resistance. We can bust through that. Maybe we can see 220, 240. But right now it's looking like this one might not be the one as far as volume profile. We're only trading 80,000 shares. Some candles up at 200,000, but not as good as XTAI or XTIA. So it looks like we're pulling back here on XTIA. I do want to see a nice support level. I need to see a nice support forming. The last thing I want is a round trip. I do not want a round trip. That would be very, very bad. Maybe we can find some support soon. The 5-minute does have some room to come down too if it wants to. 5-minute 9 EMA is all the way down here at 173. So we could come down a little more if we need to. Looks like we're forming a little bit of bottom and tail here. Is this going to be the bottom, or are we going to come down even more? MFI is another stock here that's up 60%. Nice little bounce here. Nice little bounce. Let's take a look here at MFI. Nice move here on MFI from 130 all the way up to 363. Do we have news? Looks like we do not have news, right? No news on MFI. It's under VWAP. Volume is really low. My tape is barely moving. Level 2 is barely moving. Maybe this one's not the one. XTAI, ASNS, and MITQ are definitely going to be my main ones. SYTA is also moving today, up from 130 all the way up to 260. Looks like they had a partnership with JD Telecom, expanding distribution of SD7 handsets, VK7 vehicle kits, and related components. Sayata Mobile. Not a terrible catalyst, but volume seems to be fading. We're fading here to the lows. I'd like to see a bounce over VWAP. If we can see that, maybe I'll get interested here. MITQ, we can put an alert. I'd put an alert here up near this pivot. Maybe I can catch that break of the pivot. If we're strong, we can move to the highs of 164. ASNS. This one, the only thing that I'm nervous on this one is the tight halt bands. This thing could have a huge range. This one could have a huge range. And being the huge range and a tight halt band, this thing's just going to be halt, 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 coming down, halt, 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 halt. And it's just going to be tough to trade. It's just going to be tough to trade. Thank you, King Grave. Yeah, I think XTIA looks better. ASNS, it has a really good gap. It's holding nice levels. It's pretty decent as far as the technicals. It's not terrible over VWAP, holding some support. Kind of like a reverse head and shoulders here already. But the only thing is those tight halt bands are going to make it very difficult. Very difficult. And especially if you're trying to capture dips. If you're trying to capture a dip, some of the nastiest losses traders have is catching a dip, having it to halt down, and being stuck. And that's definitely going to be apparent here on ASNS. Maybe it's best on this stock to buy high in that case. If the halt bands are tight, maybe you try to buy into a halt up. Maybe we try to buy into a halt up versus trying to buy a dip. Maybe the dips are going to be a little bit more extended, a little bit more risky because of that halt down. My biggest losses are dips into halt downs, for sure. So maybe the tight halt bands, I try to catch a halt up. But even a halt up, even if you do catch a halt up, it's not guaranteed that it's going to resume higher. There's been plenty of halts up that I've seen that have resumed lower. So it's no news. NVVE, a move, consolidating a bit under VWAP. I'm going to take a look at NVVE. I don't see it on my scan. Oh, I do see it on my scan all the way down here, 36%. NVVE. Yeah, it gave back a lot of its move. Volume is fading. I don't see news on it. I don't think this is going to be the one. SYTA curling up. Yeah, ASNS has a really good range, but the reason it has a good range right now is because there's no halts pre-market. At the open, the range is going to be, yeah, maybe a big range, but the halt band is going to be like 15 cents. So the range is going to be limited at the open. SYTA. Curling up here. Still kind of light volume. XTAI. Is this the low? This could be the low that we're forming. Nice bullish engulfing here. Reclaiming the topping tails. Let's see if we can see a break back over VWAP and a break back over this pivot, which would be 256. If we can break over 256 strong, then we're going to look for 310. But this move probably won't unfold until the open. Why is my time here? It looks like my time is in Central Time or something. It says 8:18. It's not 8:18. Let me switch this up here. I don't know. What the heck? My time axis, my price axis. Neck expiration. No. Yeah, my time is saying it's 8:15. Looks like I'm in a different time zone here. I have no idea how to change this. Let me know if you guys know how to change this. Oh, here, it looks like I'm in Central Standard Time here. So let's move that up to New York, Eastern Standard Time. All right, now we're good. Okay, so what do we got here? Yeah, my biggest loss was trying to catch a dip and got caught in a halt down, open 80 cents lower. Yeah, Chad, those are my worst losses. Worst. And it's like you can't control where it opens. It opens where it opens, and if you're caught, that's it. Sayonara. Keep watch. ASNS about to rip here. It's still consolidating. We're not going to see a breakout pie to the open. Good point, but the gap percentage, the gap percentage is really high. No news, NVVE, we already went through that. Sometimes, I use cash counts, only 1 trades per day. Can't really hyper. Yeah, with hyper scalping, you definitely need to have a PDT account to really capture, because you're gonna have a lot of trades that are break even, small red, small green. It may take you like 20 or 30 trades to get a decent winner, so it could eat up a lot of your cash. Yeah, I think in a hot market, hyper scalping is bad. Yeah, it could. Yes and no. I mean, the volatility makes it really good. However, hyper scalping, if it's a hot market, we can leave a lot of money on the table. But on the flip side, when the market's cold, hyper scalping is a lot better, because we're not seeing moves like this. But if you're hyper scalping, even the smallest move, you can get out with profit, while everyone else who has a longer hold time, they're the ones taking losses. They're the ones having inconsistent reds or inconsistent green days, and they're having red days as well. But obviously in this market, those people who do hold longer, it more than makes up those losing days, because they can capture hundreds of percents with just the time frame that they're holding. Yeah, Sam. There is a link towards the halt. Let's see. Trading halt data. I think this is it. No. Yeah, I can send you this link here. I think it might even be in the Discord about the halt rules. But yeah, if the stock closed under 75 cents the previous day, the halt ban is 15 cents. Yeah, so if you go in the Discord, Sam, to join the Discord, the link is in the description. Yeah, you can join the Discord. Go to resources, and there's a link there for New York Stock Exchange, or no, NASDAQ Trader Market Regulation for halts. It's called Halt Trading Information. Right here under resources, halt trading information. You can get everything for the halts and how they price the halts. Chad, yeah, Tim is an absolute beast. I agree. He's a beast. A lot of gainers today. Is this the start of a hot market? Possibly. Yeah, likely. So far, that's what we're seeing. It won't last forever, though. It will not last forever. The market will eventually get cold again. So we got to enjoy this and trade to the best of our ability. Trade to the best of our ability. Be ready to take on risk. The reward is there. You got to take on the risk. XTIA, looks like we're finding a low here. We did break below, but we reclaiming this previous level. So that's a good sign that we're maybe forming a bottom. Heck, man, this might be a good area for longer hold time traders to get in with the risk at the low. Longer hold time traders, this could be an area for them to buy and then put a stop here at 211. If we break back below and we break this previous low here, then it's definitely bearish. But if we hold the low, the upside could be crazy. So that's kind of what I'm expecting here. Maybe we put the low in here and we curl up into the open, and we see a nice either dip and rip or just an opening squeeze. All right, we're gonna make a new low here. Looks like we're topping tail. The volume, the only thing that's kind of a red flag here so far is these large volume red candles here. So we're gonna break and make a new low. Yeah, looks like we're making the new low. Maybe it has more to come down. The 9 EMA and the 5 minute getting closer. Yeah, XTIA just has a lot of selling pressure here. A lot of high volume red candles. It could be a round trip. It could be just a round trip. That was it. Maybe we just fade all the way down to the low. This is why you got to be ready for anything. The market loves to throw you curveballs. Thoughts on BitDigital, BTBT. BTBT, I think is that pegged or to Bitcoin? BTBT. Yeah, I'm not a big into the Bitcoin. Yeah, they mine Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, I'm not big into the Bitcoin. I mean, I'm small. I've also been focusing on small caps. I don't even own Bitcoin right now. Ethereum ETS will be going public. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's buy the news, buy the hype, sell the news type of thing that we saw on Bitcoin when the Bitcoin ETFs went live. When the Bitcoin ETFs went live, coming into that day, I know Bitcoin was moving up, and the day that they launched it, it came, crashing down. pretty hard. Needs to break and hold over that descending trend line from 310 topping tail. ASNS also starting to fade here. Maybe we see a lot of selling at the open. I don't want to be max loss first 15 minutes of the open. Sometimes it takes some time for the market to shake everyone out, to go, you know, sell off and then reclaim and do all these gymnastics to finally make the move. So I don't want to get lost in the gymnastics. I want to wait for the real move. I want to wait for the move. I don't want to be max loss trying to trade chop at the open. So it may take maybe 15-20 minutes of churn in these stocks for it to finally start to make a winner here. So we got about a minute and a half. I'm going to wrap it up here. Good luck. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, just stay calm, cool, and collected. Main thing is, just managing that downside risk, not spiraling out of control emotionally. That's the biggest thing. If you can do that, you have a good chance of surviving today, hopefully with some green in your pocket. So good luck, and I'll catch you guys on the recap. Peace.